Hello, my name is Kosoma. I am a COO of Impact Hub Phnom Penh. So Impact Hub Phnom Penh is like a center for youth who would like to turn their idea into a reality, who would like to turn their solution into the prototype and solve the community problem. So for those of a student, young professional, or youth who would like to do some things for their community, either in form of a project or in form of business, they can do it together with us at Impact Hub Phnom Penh. So one of the projects I'm working on right now is called Smart Start Unipreneur Learning Platform. It's a program where we put the entrepreneurship course into the curriculum at the university. Currently, we are partnering with 10 universities across Cambodia in order to promote a high-quality educational entrepreneurship using a blended learning approach. So I have been working with Impact Hub for 6 years, almost 7 years by now. But it's not my first job. But back then, I've been working since I was at a university. So I've been starting as a training intern in one local organization, and then I moved some to the NGO, and then I moved to the education sector. One is to see a person be able to depend on themselves, is to be empowered and get to know who they are. My second pride is to see a person connected to the community where you get fully supported, where you have people who can support you not only on your professional but also on your mental and emotion as well. And I think this is important to have feeling of connection into the world. There are so many amazing women around the world, so I love to learn from them. Like yesterday, I met one lady and I learned a lot about DEI. And then the day before, I met the other girl that teach me a lot about leadership. So it's really hard for me to choose one. But I think I'm going to say the answer that a lot of people have mentioned. They mentioned about their mom. So yeah, for me, I see her as inspiration because she's like one type of girl in her generation that lead her family and give me a lot of advice. I think this is the advice that I always have myself, is that no matter what you're doing, you do with your best. And don't think that, oh, because I'm a woman, I deserve this, I deserve that. Maybe not everyone agree with me, but I think like take the gender out. Like take the gender out of this, and who you are, what can you offer. I think this is the most important advice that I'm gonna give to myself and to other women as well. In whatever you do your best. Be kind to the world, and the good things will happen back to you. Not at all. For me, I grew up with a family where my mom, is a leader in the family. She's very strict. She knows what she wants and she go for it. And one thing I like about her that I don't have is that procrastination. She's really not the type of procrastinate. If you know there's a thing that you have to do, she do it right away. I wish I had that skill from her. So to me, being a woman is being a human. So we are capable to do a lot of things in life. So, but I understand. Maybe I'm lucky to be to grow up in a generation at the right time where I can access to the education. My mom, she went to education, but I believe this problem is it's still a challenge for women all around the world. I have a lot of dreams that I want to do in the future. So one of it is to create like a safe space for students coming from province to live in the city and access to education. So I would like to have a great place for them. From what I see is that a lot of students, they're not there to come to Phnom Penh to study. Their parents don't trust because they don't have a safe place for them to stay. Also not sure if they're going to stay in the right community. Sometimes they come and rent a small room in Phnom Penh but it's not nice. In one room you stay with 2 or 3 people in, low quality. And I asked them, because I'm also a lecturer at university, and asked my student, so you stay in Phnom Penh, what is your how is your room condition? When you think about your room rental, what do you think? Or what is the first word that comes to your mind? And she said, like, dirty, unsafe, crowded, no safe space. And I realized that they also, why just because you're student you have to live that life. And so for me, my dream, I would like to build like a student dorm, collaborating with one of the organizations. I don't know which one, but I'm gonna find it. There's a sector that we focus on. We focus on agriculture, so this is like mainly support on the entrepreneur that normally at the accelerator stage, like they already have a product, they put into the market, and how can we support them to expand, to grow their revenue and stuff. This is a new department that we created. It's called the Impact for Media sector, which means that how can we help Cambodian young talents to join Impact Hub together, but to promote on the topic that matter to Cambodia. For example, like promote about DEI, promote about LGBTQ, promote about like reusing plastic and stuff like this. So basically, like raising awareness. And as we already know, social media is a good place for us to learn. Like a lot of us learn using right now through social media. You would see a person who suddenly share about how to take care of your finance, right? And you're like, oh my God, I never know about this. Or like, could be a millionaire tip and stuff, something like that. But at the same time, you also learn about racism. You also learn about diversity and stuff through the social media as well. Like one of the lady here, her life, she do her work how to live a life with a zero waste. For example, like to reuse plastic, how to do a compost and all this. So we would like to have those people so that they can create more content in the future. Another one we work on is on education, and this is my area. We have a program where we work with the university across Cambodia to deliver the entrepreneurship course, putting into the curriculum, fully credited. So we create an entrepreneurship course where we use a blended learning approach, where the student in the 40-hour or 30-hour class, they are required to do a business. They require to form a solution on problem around themselves or around their family or around the community that they see. And they in the 45 hour, they are mentored, they are support in building the prototyping. And then we also not just like compete in the class, but if they were to get selected to represent their school to join a national competition. And this is like you give a chance for them to make something, connect them to the world, connect them to the real world, and give them a chance to turn it into the reality. So that is a program that we've been doing, and this year we're going to extend it to 15 universities. And then we have like the DEI is something that new to us. So DEI stands for diversity, equity, and inclusion. So the DEI part is it's something that we do for our own operation, like to create a DEI framework to evaluate is what we do is diversified enough, is it like equal, and is it inclusive and things like that. We also have an incubation program that not only support on agriculture, but also on the topic of health and well-being is something that we care about. And last but not least is environment, is sustainability. So we have a lot of programs that promote about the climate change, talking about like environment protection, but also like a business as well, like to have a environmental consciousness. I'm not sure I said the right word, but for them to evaluate if their business affect any environment or is there any benefit for them, stuff like this for them to reflect. So this is like a lot of things that Impact Hub been doing, and education is the one that I in charge.